Hi, this is Teddy Longplayer, and you're watching Throwback Championship Wrestling, and you can believe that. Holla.
Hi again, and welcome, wrestling fans. I'm Chris Lash. Remember me? And now I'm back. And a brand new TV show. Throwback Championship Wrestling, 100% mine. Can't be taken from me, can't be stolen from me, and I can't be lied to. You might be wondering why I'm holding this particular belt with this particular logo. Well, make no mistake, what I'm about to tell you is 100% the truth. Back in January, when we shot professional wrestling on footage that never aired on TV, Crimson won the GAW Championship. And he's never been defeated since, nowhere, at any time. So here's what I'm going to do. In the match between Crimson, who still is that champion, and Devin Driscoll, who's also fighting for the Throwback Championship in a match with Crimson, I'm putting both titles on the line. Once again, Crimson was never beaten.
We're going to unify the Throwback Championship Wrestling belt with the GAW Championship belt.
Both titles on the line right here in Throwback. There will be only one champion in Knoxville. It may not be what's best for business, but it's the way I do business.
Welcome everyone to week 2 of Throwback Championship Wrestling. I'm your host John Reed of Sports Radio 1180, the VLZ. We have a great show planned for you. We have the Tokyo Monster, Kahagas. You're not going to want to miss him, or our main event, which everyone's talking about. It's a Throwback Championship Unified Belt. You have Crimson, who currently holds GAW's title. Whether or not they want you to believe it, he walked out with the belt. He has not been pinned. He's their champion. He's taking on Knoxville's Devin Driscoll to unify the title. The Throwback Championship belt is on the line. Let's get out to the ring for some great action.
Making his way to the ring tonight.
Welcome everyone to this week's Throwback Championship Wrestling. We have a great match to kick off the show as the Tokyo Monster Kahagas, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, takes on Scott Cardinal. I'm your host, John Reed, and I have the pleasure of being joined by Knoxville's own Devin Driscoll in preparation of his title match coming up next.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited about this match. I mean, John, this guy, Kahagas, he's a flat-out badass. I mean, he's wrestled all over the world, been trained by a demented old man, Kevin Sullivan. I expect him to come out tonight and bring it. But Scott Cardinal, man, I've been up and down the roads with this guy. He's been in Ring of Honor. He's been in WWE. This guy knows what to do in the ring. This is going to be a battle.
As he takes his robe off and gets ready to stretch, we await the arrival of Scott Cardinal. He has been around all over the world, like you said, ROH, OVW. He's worked with the WWE. He has the credentials. He is a professional wrestler.
That's exactly it. And I mean, the thing about Cardinal is he's wrestled a lot of variety of guys. Big, small, tall, short, fat, speedy. I mean, you've been there, done that. You know when you're going to enter the ring with Scott Cardinal that you're going to get a fight. But here's the thing is, Kahagas, he's not the biggest guy in the ring, but he can fight too. So it's going to be very interesting to me to see what kind of different variety of styles we see in this match.
The jacket comes off, the mask comes off, the bell has rung, and it's time. Throwback Championship Wrestling has kicked off.
Here's the thing about this match. As I'm prepping for my match with Crimson, I look at these two guys as future contenders. And I know they don't like each other, but they don't care about anything else besides winning. That's all they care about. So this is going to be whatever it takes to win type match.
So as you watch this match, you mentioned you are preparing for maybe a future defense or just scouting your opponents. What percentage of you are right now, your mind, Devin Driscoll, are you watching this match thinking, hey, these might be coming after me, or these are going to be my competition to get this belt?
That's the thing is, it all goes back to film study. To be successful in pro wrestling, you got to be a student of the game. And that's exactly what I am. Have been for years. Since I was 3 years old, this is what I wanted to do. And when I watch guys like this, I got to keep in the back of my mind that after I beat Crimson, they're usually for the for a couple of the first guys that are going to step up to the plate and try to take my title from me. And that's why I'm sitting here watching you with you tonight.
I'm John Reed. He's a very confident Devin Driscoll. It sounds to me like he already thinks Crimson's going to lay down.
Well, you know, I've fought Crimson before. Me and him have fought for NWA Next Level, and I came out victorious in Knoxville. But I know with Crimson that it's going to be a very long match. He is not easy to give up. He's not easy to pin. But I can tell you right now, there's no one that's going to beat me in Knoxville, Tennessee.
In the ring right now, we have Kahagas and Scott Cardinal just kind of measuring each other up. I think they respect each other, trying to size each other up. As you see Kahagas try to take him down with a shoulder block, but you see Scott Cardinal not phased.
But you see what Kahagas did. He went right back to a wrestling move. He knows he cannot stand toe-to-toe with Scott. This is not his first rodeo. The guy might look like a complete idiot, but he's not. And there it is. Scott's Cardinal showing his athleticism. The guy is an athlete. He might not look like the fastest guy in the world, but this guy is explosive. So Kahagas better watch out, or Scott will come in there and knock his head off.
You know, we are in fall. Looks like he'd be a pretty good offensive lineman right there with that agility and speed and size.
And in the same respect, Kahagas looks like he'd be a great Halloween outfit. So the combination of the two is perfect.
As you see Scott Cardinal starting to kind of lean on Kahagas, trying to wear him down, a whip into the corner, followed back by a splash, but no, Kahagas catches him with an elbow.
That's the thing about Kahagas. Oh, this is the kind of stuff that he brings to the table. A kind of an inverted buzzsaw that Tajiri used to make famous back in the day.
He's choking him. How is that legal to choke him in the corner like that?
I honestly think the ref is just scared to say no to Kahagas. I mean, when you look at that guy, you think one of two things. Either he spent a lot of time in prison, or he will one day.
Kicks Scott Cardinal on the head, tries to get a pin, but a 2 count. But you see he stays on top of him, transitions that directly into a sleeper hold.
I love that cam, too. I love seeing from the top of the ring like that. It's just such a cool view.
The throwback sky cam. Yeah, we like to be throwback, but we're also innovative and cutting edge. You're not going to see that anywhere else.
And that's the thing. That's what makes throwback really stand out is it's a combination of both. You're going to get some throwback type wrestlers like Kahagas, that's more of an old school type guy, but then you're going to bring in an innovator like Scott Cardinal, one of the innovators in the original Ring of Honor days. I mean, this guy is going to be very innovative in the ring, and he's going to do things you're not going to expect from a guy that size.
Kahagas has him in a chokehold, but you see Scott Cardinal fight out of it, catching some shoulders and elbows into the ribs, fought his way out. Now he has him in the corner as he gives him a left and a right.
That's the thing, man. He can throw those haymakers. He's going to come in strong, Scott, with those punches. I mean, he doesn't take anything off them. He brings them. You see that little thing, just wrench the arm in the corner and make sure that he gets that momentum coming. That's the stuff that a veteran does. But you see Kahagas, man, the guy, even the last second, that could have been a lot more vicious of a move, but he moved the last second, so only took it in the hand. Big uppercut, man. That's laid in.
Seems like Scott Cardinal is feeling it. He's kind of taking over this match, and he's letting Kahagas hear about it.
Kahagas goes to lockup again. He doesn't care at all what the fans think about what he does in the ring. All he cares about one thing, that's winning every single match in reversal. Oh, I know what's coming here. November Rain, he's beating everybody. That's it, man. That's game over.
1, 2. Oh, but Kahagas kicks out, and you can see the shock, the sheer shock and frustration on Scott Cardinal's face.
I have never seen anyone kick out of that, and I've seen that move a lot.
Followed by a counter, and here comes Kahagas with a flying clothesline, and he goes for the quick pin. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
Wow. I did not see that coming, man. John, I did not see that coming.
Kahagas escapes with the win. You have to think Scott Cardinal was at least a little bit caught by surprise and frustrated after Kahagas is able to kick out of November Rain.
I've never seen anyone kick out in any organization, period.
Kahagas scores the win. Devin, you're up next.
Throwback Championship Wrestling is all about memories, and tonight we're making one right here in the ETW Arena. See, Chris Lash, he's booked one of the biggest matches in East Tennessee history, me versus TNA superstar Crimson for the first ever Throwback Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. But tonight's bigger than that. It's being crowned the first and real heavyweight champion of East Tennessee. But see, Throwback Championship Wrestling is about accepting wrestling's past, but embracing its future. And tonight, Crimson, you better just do that, because your future is going to be lying on that mat, looking up, hearing the 1, 2, 3, and just thinking about the opportunity you just lost of becoming that champion and hoping for the next opportunity to beat me to take it. I've asked Chris to bring in the best talent, and not just East Tennessee, but all of the world, because we want to prove that East Tennessee is where the best pro wrestling in the entire world is homed out of. So tonight, Crimson,
you're going to be my Hugh Morris. You're going to be number one. And that's a memory you'll never forget.
Devin Driscoll. Devin Driscoll? No, let me say that again. Devin Driscoll. Throwback Championship Wrestling? Devin Driscoll is Throwback Championship Wrestling? Has anybody ever looked at a history book about old-time hardcore wrestling? Devin Driscoll's name's not on there. But if you look at the very top of the list, you go through every page until you get to the last page, you see one person. And that's the Tokyo Monster. You see, Devin Driscoll, I'm a history professor. And where I teach is not a nice place. And what I have discovered is the worst of the worst. The filthiest of the filthiest. He laid in the streets of Calcutta. He went to the cave temples in Ipoh, Malaysia. Devin Driscoll, you gotta be kidding me. History will be rewritten.
We're here with Throwback Championship Wrestling Commissioner Teddy Long.
Thank you, John. And I tell you what we're going to do today, player. We're going to unify the Throwback Championship Wrestling belt with the GAW Championship belt for the match tonight against Devin Driscoll and Crimson. How about that, player?
We'll see it up here next.
Making his way to the ring, coming to us from
And it is time for the main event. It's the match surrounded by controversy. It's the match I know you've all been waiting for because I have been waiting for it myself. It's the Unified Knoxville Championship match. As you see, the GAW champion Crimson, who won that belt back in May, strut down to the ring. He never lost it. He is the current GAW champion, but he came to Throwback Championship Wrestling to put it on the line against the best competition in the Southeast. He gets set to take on Knoxville's own Devin Driscoll. They have a score to settle in a match from 18 months ago. These two are familiar with each other. Devin Driscoll pinned Crimson in the middle of a ring in a no DQ match. This is the rematch. And you see the belt that is on the line. Crimson strutting in the corner, telling Devin Driscoll that's his belt. He's not taking it. Devin Driscoll, I guess, lathering himself up. Any advantage? Makes it harder to lock up. I don't know what that was, but a little water to go on as he gets ready for this championship belt. Crimson. TNA run earlier, a couple years ago, derailed by an injury. He's back now to settle the score. Military background. I don't think he will be rattled by Devin Driscoll and maybe this hometown advantage. But Devin Driscoll himself, very decorated. Former WWE superstar, two-time OVW TV champion. I mean, this guy's won an NWA Next Level Heavyweight Championship belt. Both of these guys been around the block, familiar with each other, decorated. I think we're in for one hell of a match. And we are underway in this gigantic championship match as we look to unify the Knoxville Championship belts. You can kind of see the familiarity with each other. They lock up, kind of smile at each other, and they do it again. We'll see who can get the upper hand this time as Crimson kind of pushes Devin Driscoll back into the corner, but Devin Driscoll spins him around. And around they go. No one able to get the upper hand, and they just kind of stare at each other again. You can see the mutual respect and I guess the look of knowing they're in for a battle tonight. Devin Driscoll trying to get the hometown crowd behind him. Gets a little bit of a cheer. I think the crowd just as ready as I am for this to actually get started. Let's go, fellas, as Crimson attacks with a kick to the knee. Smiles at the crowd. And a strike to the back. Devin Driscoll hurting early as Crimson works him into the corner for a big elbow to the side of the head. Look at the confidence in Crimson. You can tell that he is here just to beat up Devin Driscoll. He likes to fight. Devin Driscoll here to win a wrestling match. He likes to wrestle. We'll see the conflict in the styles as Crimson works him into the corner and just starts pummeling him with overhead right hands. And a knee to the gut. Devin Driscoll getting taken to the woodshed early. Really just spun around the ring, corner to corner. Crimson invoking his will. A couple shoulders to the gut, leaning on Devin Driscoll. Starting to wear him down already. The ref trying to kind of, it's a half-hearted effort by the ref to get him out of the ring as Crimson flips him over his head, drops an elbow right into the middle of his chest, goes for a quick pin, a 2 count and a kick out by Devin Driscoll. Devin Driscoll attempts to fight back from his knees with some right hands to the gut, but no, Crimson headbutts, keeps Devin Driscoll at bay. You can see the marks already all over his back from where Crimson just beating him up early, whips him into the ropes, comes out with an elbow, and down goes Devin Driscoll. I'm actually really surprised so far that Devin Driscoll really getting manhandled by Crimson. As Crimson locks in a sleeper hold, just starting to wear down Devin Driscoll. Devin Driscoll begging the crowd for a little noise. As he starts to work something with 2 elbows to the gut, comes out. Oh, but Crimson with I guess just a body slam down and goes down for a count. Another 2 count though as Devin Driscoll is able to kick out, as you see on the Throwback Sky Cam. You know, Devin Driscoll had a great run with the WWE. He was signed 5 years ago. Got derailed with injuries, took a little time off, said he got the hunger back to make one more run, see if he could accomplish his dream. He's starting out in Throwback Championship Wrestling. He says the perfect place to really see what he has left in the tank. As he comes out, they dodge each other, and we see a double clothesline on the Throwback Sky Cam. Both men go down. It looks like Devin Driscoll's finally starting to even the score a little bit, but he looks like he's taken the worst end of it so far in this match. As the ref begins his count, gets to 4. Both men kind of working their way into the corner, trying to pull themselves up. You know, this belt means a both to a lot of people. I know we've talked about Devin Driscoll being from Knoxville. Many people don't know Crimson actually from East Tennessee himself. He said this belt means a lot to him. As you see Devin Driscoll start fighting off with some clotheslines. There's 2. Now he's starting to talk a little bit as he delivers a 3rd one. Tell him to get up. But Crimson, quick with a knee, into the ropes, looking for it. Oh, that's an Arn Anderson spine buster, paying homage to a former mentor. But Crimson able to kick out at 2. Looks like Devin Driscoll is starting to build a little bit of momentum as he slides into the corner, gets up as he stalks Crimson. There he goes again, talking to him. Both men supremely confident in their talent. Devin Driscoll's got a little bit of a flair to him that you're starting to finally see come out as he goes, but Crimson throws him into the corner, and there it is. As Crimson delivers the sky high, Devin Driscoll able to kick out. Crimson smiles, a little bit of a disbelief. Usually if he hits the sky high, the match is over. I think he's arguing with the ref because of that simple fact. Looks like a slow count. You are in Knoxville. Crimson has to at least wonder in the back of his mind, is it a little bit of a home cooking? Slow count as he argues with the ref. Here comes Devin Driscoll. Reverses that sky high, goes for the name maker, but no, Crimson fights him off into the rope, overhead right, no, he misses. Devin Driscoll delivers the name maker. The name maker was landed as Devin Driscoll goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, there it is. You have your new Throwback Championship Belt holder. Devin Driscoll, he unifies the titles as he pins Crimson right in the middle of the ring after he hits the name maker. A hell of a fight from these 2 gentlemen. As the ref gets the Throwback Championship Belt and delivers it. The one true champion of Knoxville, the one true champion of the Southeast, Devin Driscoll. You can see the look on both of their faces. They kind of went through a battle here, a look of mutual respect as Devin Driscoll holds up the belt that he just took off of Crimson's shoulders. Crimson holding the back of his head. Sizing up Devin Driscoll. Are they about to go? Is he ready for his rematch already? No, he extends a hand. Does Devin Driscoll accept his offer? Right there, a shake. That's a true sign of competitors as they exchange an embrace. You have your new Throwback Championship Belt holder, Devin Driscoll, the champion of Knoxville. Mutual respect between the two. Wait, here comes Kahagas as he attacks Devin Driscoll from behind. We just saw the Tokyo Monster in action, and now he's come back for more as he takes on Devin Driscoll. He must have heard some of the comments Devin made about him while he was calling his match. Here it comes. The Crimson comes to his defense, lands a couple of right hands on Kahagas. Devin Driscoll and Crimson teaming up just after going into a battle together. Kahagas hightails it out of here. He sizes up Devin Driscoll. Super Destroyer stands there alongside of him. You know, as a sign of disrespect, those men just fought a great fight against each other for the belt, and to have it disrespected at the end by Kahagas and the Super Destroyer is unacceptable.
Hey guys, this is Tommy Coffey. The thing that first got me interested in professional wrestling, I was 2 years old, and there was one night where I was staying up way past my bedtime, what I should have, and walked into the living room. It was WCW Nitro, and I remember the first thing I saw was Lex Luger and all his spandexy baby oil glory standing in the ring, and I was sitting there what is going on? Next thing I know, this dude who's running out in a tasseled jacket, face paint, comes flying to the ring, yelling "Whoa!" the entire way, and it was actually Sting. And from that point, I was like, "Oh my God, these guys are superheroes! This is what I want to do for my life. I want to become a human comic book. I want to become a human superhero." I originally was trained actually here in Knoxville. My trainer's name was Chuck Terry. He did the American Patriot gimmick. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Got me pretty much my foot in the business, got my foot in the door, so to speak. From there, I guess it was about 2 years ago now, I met up with Tom Pritchard up in Knoxville. He was doing his training camp up there. It was a phenomenal camp. I learned probably more from there than I have anywhere, both in ring and psychology, and even in the back aspect. Got me immensely past my nervous breakdowns that I would have before matches and all that stuff. So I'd say that was probably the most influential impact that I've had on my career, was having the honor of training under Dr. Tom Pritchard. And especially being on TV, getting all of the experience that comes with that. It's also getting your face out there more. More people are going to know who you are, and you're going to become a household name a lot quicker. It's honestly one of the best things that you could do for the younger guys. Get them that TV experience that they need. Because I think, in my opinion, one of the things that everybody kind of fears the most is being in front of a camera with a microphone in hand. Because to them, they're just, "Oh God, what if I mess up?" But then once you do that so many times, it gives you that confidence that you need to be man, I've done this 1,000 times. This time there are no cameras, there are no microphones. It's not going to matter what I do out there. I can just go out there and I can have fun, and I don't have to think about anything. Every aspect of that, of doing a TV taping or even a live TV show for that point, teaches them so many more things. It tells them, it helps them to be more on point with stuff. It helps them to not be as nervous after a while, because honestly, once you do a TV taping, house shows and just on non-televised shows, for that point after that become pretty much cakewalks. A lot of the butterflies go away after that. It's still going to give you that aspect where you can go into West Town Mall, you can go walking down Turkey Creek, and people are going to be like, "Oh my God, you're that guy. I saw you on TV last night. That is so awesome. The way that you beat that guy up." And just overall, it's going to give you just this amazing feeling that you can't get anywhere else. There is no better drug than the adrenaline that it gives you. So I never settle for being at the bottom rung. I always want to be the guy sitting on the top of the ladder. I love every aspect of it. I love the competition. I actually feed off of competition. That's actually where I'm at my best. If I have that person right there next to me that just pushes me to that next point, pushes me far beyond what I could ever actually do on my own, just because anything I want to do, I want to be the best that I can at it, and I can't be better than myself. There's always that one person that I need to feed off of to be better than, to be at the top of anything and everything that I do.
Well, there you have it. Devin Driscoll is your unified throwback champion, which means in the state of Tennessee or Alabama, if you want a title that actually matters, you have to come up to Throwback and take it off of his waist. Looking ahead to next week, rumor has it the king of Knoxville, Shane Williams, will be making his debut, as well as the battle of Knoxville, as current NWA TV champion Shawn Schultz will be taking on Shane Andrews. You don't want to miss it. Same time, same channel. We'll be back next week.